live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All right, so after reading this story, I don't really know what. It's like we've seen this so many times. The coach, the basketball coach at Rutgers, Bobby Knight.
I'm just gonna say it, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? I got love for Bobby Knight too, because he just reminds me of my college football coach. But because all of his players, like all of Bobby Knight's players, for the most part, they talked about how he would blow up and stuff like that, but they also talked about how much love he showed them. And so it just wasn't a one-sided thing.
Right.
You know.
And the thing about it is, if you're going to blow up at me, at least let me know that you, that it's out of a place of love.
Right. Right.
Not out of this selfishness to see us win and that's all you care about,
you
right?
Care about like that, yeah.
Yeah, like that I think Gino R.M. is that way.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's coaching women, he's still a very aggressive, assertive coach. But they know he loves them at the end of the day.
Exactly. And that's the piece that's missing from some of these coaches who think that it's just about the yelling and the screaming.
Clip.
You know. And so former Florida women's head basketball coach, Coach Newbauer, there are allegations against him for his treatment of his players. Haley Lorenzen, who had a potential career in the WNBA, doesn't even want to play anymore. She said she didn't pick up a basketball for a year after playing for him.
That's huge.
If as a coach, your job, like I get it, college, professional, even high school to some extent, your job is to win games, right? But
not high school as much, but yeah. I mean, any sports, any competitive thing you do, your goal is to win. But at high school, I think the bigger focus should be on developing the player. But that's neither here nor there. Go ahead with your point.
Now, and I was just going to say that all coaches, the point should be to develop your players. And so there isn't any secret sauce to winning, I don't believe, but I do believe that players will play hard for you if they know that you care about them and not that your goal is just to win games. Because like I play for a lot of coaches, the coaches who, and you could see it, the coaches who I had a relationship with, and that it was more than just football or basketball or whatever sport I was playing or baseball.
Right.
You can see the difference in, you know what I'm saying, the level of production.
The response from the players. Absolutely. Right. Yes. I want to play for you.
Right.
When it's a good relationship.
Exactly. Because there's a level of accountability there that happens, you know, mentally in the middle of a play.
Right.
You say, man, listen, I ain't trying to hit Coach McKelvin mouth about not
Coach McKelvin, you talk about it all the time.
About not closing down on this block.
Yeah.
But you know, and it's stuff like that you think about, like, you know, and so it's disheartening to see a story like this where a player says she didn't even pick up a basketball for a year because of him. That's deep.
Yeah. Like the level of disdain that you have to have when this has probably been she is, because she's not dead, 6'3".
Yeah.
With a potential to go play in the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
That part. That you had enough talent, because she was the 10th Gator to reach like 100 career starts or something like that. So she started her whole time there.
Yeah.
So for you to go from that to not even wanting to touch a basketball, the toxicity that you experienced had to be epic.
Yeah.
It had to be. I'm thinking what is it that I love so much that I would do like that? That, my gosh, somebody else would have such an impact on me doing it that I wouldn't want to do it anymore.
Right.
That is deep.
Yeah.
That is deep. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, yeah. Fortunate for anybody else that goes to play there. I think he is no longer there.
He's no longer the coach. Yeah.
He is no longer there. So, you know, and I think that there's a lesson in this too, because just this past spring or summer, like their AD came out and was like, Cam is building his program the right way and making steady progress. Don't speak before you know all of the facts. So I just, yeah. It's just sad that, and I really don't want to, because I know it's not just a gender thing. But sometimes I can't help but to wonder in situations like this, if you are not a closet misogynist, or not so closeted, I don't know, misogynist, and you have this mindset that you can talk to and treat them any kind of way because they're females. Before we started, we were having this conversation about bullying and being, you know what I mean? Would you do this if it was a 6'8" dude? Just asking. Or are you tough because you can be tough because they're women? Or you think you can be tough because they're women?
Mess around and hear a story about him being spree-willed.
Right, by a woman. So I don't know. And so I didn't look, and I should have, to see if he had received any offers or if he had gone, because I know this is mid-July when he resigned. So I don't know if he's received any offers to go and coach somewhere else between now and then, because it would be a travesty to do so, unless he's getting some kind of help. You got to figure out a way to manage people that is not bullying. Yeah. So, yeah, sorry if you can't tell. I was real.
Nah, I know. Yeah.
Like, what? You done made this baby give up a whole career?
Crazy.
Now she's a sales rep for a construction company. Not that I'm diminishing her job, but she could have been in the WNBA and you ruined that for her.
That's truly unfortunate.
So either way, all right.
I pray she finds like healing, and maybe if it's possible, she get back to basketball, you know.
Yeah. And that's for all of them, because they all experienced it. Whoever was there from 2017 to this past season, I pray for all of y'all that there is healing from what is probably trauma
and abuse.
Yes. So I pray healing for them. You're right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Now we got to jump into this Tom Brady going back to Foxborough thing. And I'm going to make this quick.
Yeah.
Because you used the word you used the word the other day when we talked about this.
Perfect word. Say
anti-climactic.
Very much so. Very much so.
What was that? 19 or 17? I expected it to be, you know, and maybe the weather had a little bit to do with it. But
no, because this happens all over. It didn't rain just in Foxborough. It rains everywhere. No.
True.
No. They played in the freaking snow and scored more points than this.
You know what? You are absolutely right. I'm going to take that defense away from them.
Yes, no.
It didn't look good. I honestly didn't even stay up for the whole game.
I did, just because I wanted, it was for selfish reasons. Honestly. Yeah. I wanted to make sure that the Bucks won. Yeah, I was about to say, you wanted to tell them to win that game. Because you wanted the evil genius. I did not want to see the evil genius win. I did not want him to have that to hold over Tom Brady's head. Yeah. I did not want that. You know where I'm going in a few weeks.
Yeah.
I got listen. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
So yeah, that's it on that one. I just wanted to say like that.
It
really
was even their exchange after the game was anti-climactic. Climatic. I can't get the word out now. Anyway, I was just like,
okay,
that's all y'all gonna do?
That little hug,
really?
That little fake hug.
Well, I guess he got more than most people get.
That's true.
From Belichick. Like, he definitely ain't hugging people. So.
Nah, right,
yeah. So that was more than.
I thought he was gonna get a pat on the back.
Right. Just shake his hand and pat him. You actually hugged him. Oh my. I guess that is a little more than what he would normally do. But either way, whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, now, do you want to talk about this Urban Meyer thing? Do you really want to talk about it?
I don't know. I'll say this, and we don't have to really talk about it. I'm disappointed because while no, you've not been an NFL coach before, you have been a head coach in two storied programs now, Florida and Ohio State. So you know the pressures, you know the way that it works. Yes, it's at a different level. Even if you were in the collegiate level, this was unacceptable.
Oh, yeah.
So that part right there. Then I'm gonna say this, as a husband and a father. You have to be, I'm not even saying, because what we talked about the other day was, cameras are all around. How about, this is something that Pastor Michael Todd from Transformation Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma said about, he talked about this on Sunday, actually, about the pretty women walking by. He was like, I'm a man, I see her.
Right. He
said, but I have had to imagine myself a man of high esteem and high integrity, that I would not do things that would stand against that, right? And so integrity is doing what's right even when someone isn't watching.
Nobody's looking, right?
So this speaks to me, to your character, sir.
Yeah.
That you would do this if nobody was watching. And speaks to your intellect that you would do it knowing that people were watching. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. I think we talked a little bit about this when I talked about the reason why I stopped coaching, right? And in college. We talked about that there's a culture of this, unfortunately. And it wasn't appealing to me. You know what I'm saying?
That speaks to your character.
I want to say that I don't want anybody to hear my words and feel that I'm speaking from a place of perfection or anything like that, because I made mistakes and stuff like that. And I'm not speaking from that stance, but I just can't get with that. You know what I'm saying? And so my thing to him is, you don't owe nobody an apology but your wife and your kids, because your behavior brought shame to your family. Your football team is going to laugh at you.
Yeah, because this is the culture. This is the culture of it's not that it's wrong in their minds. This is the culture, and you got caught. That's the funny part of this. For them, it's not. And again, my auntie told me this a long time ago. When you look at the big scheme of your life, the things that matter are the things that are closest to you. And if those things that are closest to you are impacted, that's where you focus. Those players, we know the NFL is transient. You might develop relationships with people, but they come, they go.
Right.
They stay, they leave, they retire. All sorts of things happen. And as the head coach, you might not have a close relationship with all 53 people. So you might apologize to them on a surface level, but they certainly did not, I don't believe, deserve Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that they care. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know that they care.
Mm-hmm.
But however, this has affected your family in a big way. They care.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because I just think from a wife standpoint, boo boo.
Where you coming home to?
Ooh, baby.
Where do you think you coming home to?
Yeah. There was a meme on Facebook that said, no, it was a quote. I don't know who put it up, but it said, your ex calls you and says, I'm in jail. Baby, I'm in jail. What do you say?
Don't drop the soap.
My response was, who's baby?
Uh-huh. Right.
Who's baby?
Yeah.
It's kind of that mindset at that point, like, no, bye-bye.
I ain't been baby in a long time.
They ain't been baby in a long time. But even in this situation, I just be like, okay, well, you've shown me. Like, now I see them. Because, see, I know this ain't the first time. Mm-hmm. This is the first time it may have been seen by the public. But this is not the first time. And I've probably even seen it before. Yeah. As your wife. Because I know. Right. But now you don't embarrass me, and I gave you another chance because I'm sure that's what's happened in the past. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're gonna have to pretty much travel across on your knees, some broken glass that's sitting on top of some heated coals to get back in my good graces. Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. So yeah. But I think this is unfortunate. Again, I wanted to start it with the whole part about him and just his conduct. But this is unfortunate. And yeah, we are. So our question was, are we expecting too much, right? Are we expecting too much of him? Yeah. And just the moral compass that we expect, I think was my question. The moral compass that we expect from these people, right? Right. Again, I feel like this was less about football and more personal, this situation. Mm-hmm. So in that respect, I think we in his business, and yeah, it's too much for them to expect him to be this perfect pinnacle person, right? Mm-hmm. It's too much. It is. Because it should be on him and what he has going on with his wife that would make him want to or not want to do that. But that's between them. Us, fans, football players, we shouldn't have any. That's not our business. Mm-hmm. That's how I mean.
It was made.
And
our
I just
business.
had a whole opinion about it. I'm sorry, y'all. But
no, that's okay. It was made our business, and my only thing is, why are you out here digging in this woman's crotch and you just lost a football game? Okay,
because you lost the football game.
That was said it just.
I know. Just the visual I got, like, it made me think of Cheeto, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe because you lost the game, that was your consolation. I don't know. Either way, you're too old, and you should just be a higher quality human being than to do that. But that's on you. That's your life. That's your choices. Sorry, sorry, not sorry that you got caught doing it. And just, yeah. That's how you need to release your frustrations. Then you do that if that's what works for you and your family.
Lord.
Yeah. Okay.
Now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.